Alright, let's just do a little check here to make sure we're coming through loud and clear. As always. Where's the game volume? Of course, they still haven't fixed the game audio cutting in and out. That's great. Alright, perfect. Hello! Welcome to PGR Season 8. I'm your host, Sidonian Muse. Tonight, we're going to be racing in the beautiful countryside of Italy here at Monza for the 12th race of our season so far. Just over the halfway point last week at Silverstone. Tonight we're going to have a pretty hefty grid compared to last week. Last week there was a lot of Xbox issues going on for certain wheel users. But now it's all been fixed, so we should have a pretty stacked grid here tonight. It's going to be interesting. But before we get into the qualifying and the race, we're going to have a quick couple interviews with two of our drivers, Stoney Stewart, who is in the Mercedes, and Greybush, aka I Do Tattoos, in the Red Bull. So let's get them in here. Hello, hello. Make sure you got that audio included.
Yeah, I got it. Click. Can you hear me?
All right, I'm just checking the stream. Yeah, I got you. Perfect. All right, man.
Great.
How are you doing tonight? Obviously, you're coming off of your best race of the season so far last week at Silverstone. How are you feeling going into Monza?
I feel all right. I don't know. It's such a fan favorite. I'm surprisingly not too fond of Monza. Just
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of last week I set the car up for more for consistency and a little more higher downforce. So and I don't know. I guess I'm gonna try that here, even though it's Monza. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. Obviously, you're you've been driving the season in the Mercedes, whereas last season, you were in the Aston Martin. How have you felt in terms of the vehicle differences compared to last year's game with the new cars and all that?
It's tough to say just because I just felt like the handling was so different just from the game, from game to game. But
yeah,
it just feels a little more pointy, I guess. This game feels a little more unpredictable for me. Maybe it's my driving style, but see if I can't get that under wraps.
Yeah, man. It's looking uphill for you and a couple other guys though, like Firewater. You had a rough start to the season. Now going into the second half, it's looking a lot more positive. So hopefully that streak will continue tonight. Speaking of the season, how have you felt about this season of PGR so far? In terms of like the quality of racing, and what are your goals for the second half of the season?
I actually feel like the racing's been fairly good whenever I'm on the track. Unfortunately, I've had a very inconsistent year as far as I just can't stay on the track. And, as long as I can maybe just better that going into the second half, I can, put up some more points and maybe move ahead a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Yeah, get yourself up there. Now that we have cash prizes for various things, including the top 10 and the drivers, getting yourself up there would would be nice once it comes time.
Yeah, that
By
would
the
be.
end of it all. For sure, for sure. Well, I'm not gonna keep you too long, man. We still got another person to interview, and we want to get the show on the road here. Don't want to have the same thing happen as this Monza last time, where it kept going on and on, having to restart the race and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
who knows? Who knows what'll happen here tonight? But anyways, man, good luck with the race, and hopefully it's another banger.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, and that was one of our drivers, Stoney Stewart, in the Mercedes. For our second interview of the night, we're going to get Gray Bush in here now for his pre-race interview. Hello, hello. Make sure you got that audio included there.
I did. I checked it. The box is checked.
Alright, let me just make sure I can hear you on stream.
Oh, that's as loud as I can
Yeah.
make it.
I got you there. Perfect. Alright, man. Obviously, to anyone who hasn't watched any PGR before this season, you're a fan of this track. How are you feeling? Obviously, it's a bit of a last minute. Your Xbox wasn't, the whole
Right.
wheel glitch and
Right.
shit. But you've been doing a lot of practice today. How are you feeling going into Monza?
I'm moderately confident as long as I don't have something happen like last time we raced here, where I had worked really hard to put myself in a really good position to actually win the race, and then to get taken out by some kind of wheel glitch, that was just heartbreaking. So hopefully that won't happen again this year. Now it is a little pressed, I guess you would say, because I literally I didn't get any practice in this week, and I had about 4 hours to get up to speed today. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be wild. I know last time we raced here, yeah, it was pretty nuts. A lot of people were going off on the sand, getting beached. It was
Yeah.
It was a wild
Bunch of new
ride.
mechanics. We were getting used to a bunch of new mechanics then. So,
That is true too, yeah. Now, as I was just saying to Stoney, this marks the start of the second half of this season. Obviously, like I said, you couldn't race last week, but your last race, though, at Jeddah was probably your best race of the season so far. Really showed some good promise there. Do you have any goals going into this second half of the season of what you're shooting for?
I just want to be able to finish where I feel I deserve to finish. As far as I would just like to avoid any more incidents with anybody, to get taken out by making moves that aren't necessarily on, or not paying attention, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just feel that I've had my fair share of incidents that I wasn't at fault in over the last season and a half, and it's just like, come on, when is enough? I mean, I know that sometimes things have to align just right for somebody to win a race, but I'm not asking for the race win. I just want to finish.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's
So-
yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, when there's all those.
There
instances that
was
have
something that I
occurred.
kind of wanted to put out there. These are for folks that might watch the VOD later on. If you are having problems with your wheel and you haven't gotten it resolved yet, you need to get on your dashboard, go to the store, look for the apps. You need to join the Xbox Insider, join up for the preview, and get that's the only place to get the latest update for older Xbox consoles that will fix the wheel glitch issue. So just trying to put that out there, so that if you guys haven't had a chance, you bought a wheel recently that doesn't work and you can't get it to work, or you've had a wheel for a long time and all of a sudden it doesn't work, it's something that happened with an Xbox update, and you have to sign up for the Xbox Insider to get the I guess it's an experimental update that won't be available to the general populace of Xbox until next month.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, sign up for that insider. It's the only way right now, for the time being. But as you said to me in our previous conversation, you've been having you haven't. It's hard to say. You like the Red Bull, but you've said that
it
it's
hasn't
been,
seemed to agreed with me too well, has it?
yeah, it's been hard to control. Is there a
I honestly
car?
had one of my best seasons in a McLaren, believe it or not. So I don't know
Mm,
what's going to happen for next season. I haven't picked a car. I think I'll just drive whatever they want me to drive, and I don't care because it
go
doesn't
with the
really seem to
flow.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think it may be
but
just a matter of driving style. I don't know.
now obviously, we were saying you're a fan of here. Coming up in this season, are there any other tracks that you think could be really
Well,
good
what's
races for
left?
you?
I don't even know what's left on the schedule, to be quite honest with you.
Um,
Let me just
well,
take a second
we
to get
got
up.
we got like Coda. You did get good at Coda
Fact,
last season. If I recall.
I usually do okay there.
We
Yeah,
got like
turn that
Coda,
down.
so that could be.
Coda's a decent track. Coda's a tough place for everybody, though. The tire wear there is just
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable, and managing tire temperatures at the same time while trying to keep pace is an extremely difficult proposition. So,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that could be
where's
a big one, but
seasons?
I'm not gonna
Oh
keep
yeah,
you for too
yeah.
long, man. I got one last question for you before we
All right.
get into Monza, and that's you've been doing all these practice sessions today. Who do you think's going to be on podium at the end of this? Who's been showing good pace in
Well,
practice?
there's been a couple folks that have shown good pace in practice. I think everybody involved has had a few incidents today in practice. So
Hmm.
I think it's going to be a matter of who can just stay the most consistent. I don't think today's going to be necessarily about who's fastest. And to be
Yeah.
honest, Monza usually turns into that because this track involves a lot of racecraft and a lot of ERS management. It's so hard to recover ERS at this track. You have to be really choosy about when you try to overtake. So it's all about placing the car and doing it at the right time. And I
Yeah,
think
I
that's
agree.
how
I
I
feel
was
like
able to. I think that's how I was able to do so well last time that we raced here. 'Cause I wasn't in a hurry. I just waited for people to mess up and leave a gap. And if they left a gap, I put my car in it. Yeah.
probably, and I'd bet money that someone is going to make a bad call here tonight on like you said, the wrong time to go for an overtake, and
Right. Well, we
it's gonna
do
be
have one of
lights
the
out.
bigger grids we've had in the last couple weeks, so it should be interesting.
So
What do we
that's
got?
so that's good.
14?
That's good. It'll be, yeah, it's like biggest probably since like Imola or Bahrain.
Well,
Um,
we have been getting more drivers coming in now that crossplay is active. At PGR, we are always interested in picking up new guys. So if you're interested, check us out on our Discord. I'm sure that our host here will have a link to that somewhere that they can get in touch with us. But we're always looking for new drivers. If you can handle no assist, that's one of the place to be.
Right, yeah. If you race on a wheel and you run no assists, just contact our I'm Sidonian Muse. Same thing on Discord, or you can contact our admin Slim, and he'll hook you up at one of our remaining seats. But anyways, it looks like we're getting into this here now, my guy. So I'm gonna let you go. Good luck with your race. Hopefully it's a good result for yourself and the team. And
Yes, sir. I appreciate the kudos there.
yeah,
Dance on the
and
hit.
we'll talk about it after the race.
All right, buddy. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. All right, and that was one of our Red Bull drivers, Gray Bush. Couldn't race last week. Last race he was racing at was Jeddah, where he could have had like a 5th or 6th finish. But then was involved in a really someone. It's funny because it was actually Stoney making a really silly move going into the final sector of Jeddah. Went for bad overtake, which is what I'm afraid might happen with some people here tonight. Because like Tats was saying, this track, it's not really going to be about pace. Lap times aren't going to be that insanely different here. So it's mostly going to be about choosing your moments carefully. But we're going to start off with a quali session here. So it looks like, yep, so we got 14 drivers on the grid tonight. We got Graybush and his teammate Vodka, who I'm assuming is going to be out of the pits fast like he usually is. Then we have Vodka's rival right now in the fight for the championship, Benzo slicing the McLaren with his teammate Great Ace. And then you have Larry and Smoke, both AlphaTauri's, who have been doing... AlphaTauri having an amazing season this time around. And you have Slim and Gator in the Ferrari. Gator, who's taken over for Pete the Newfie for the rest of the season. Stoney in the Mercedes. Doyle and Fire in the Haas. You know. Then you got Slingshot in the Alpine. His teammate might be not with us for the rest of the season. Leon Slavage, unfortunately. And then the Williams of Badmadoo and Abrupt. They haven't been having the greatest races, so especially Badmadoo, so he's looking to prove himself here tonight as well, so he's another person to keep an eye on, I would imagine. Speaking of which, Badmadoo already out on track. Alright, trying to set times. Same thing with Slingshot right ahead of him. Now, who is already at the front? I think, yes, so it looks like Vodka was the first one out, so Vodka will be the first person to post a lap, or he could be the first person to post a lap. We're going to hold on with him for now, as he's just currently warming up his tires. And yeah, if I sound a little off, guys, haven't really been feeling the best tonight. A bit under the weather, a bit stomach sick, but you know, I make the best of what I got right now, and we push on. So here we can see Vodka and Benzo right behind them, both not wasting any time trying to get a lap in here. So we're going to see what kind of pace we get from the two of them here. So it's a 26-second Sector 1 there for Vodka. As he's making his way around now. I think that's... teammate in front of him there, Graybush, still on his outlap. Vodka is on his hot lap. Graybush is going to move out of the way for him. Move there for his teammate. Vodka driving really well here right now. Driving like looking like a Sebastian Vettel hot lap right now. Gnarly. Vodka crosses the line, 122 on the dot, followed by Benzo 123.4. Yeah, so as I was saying, Slingshot 122.5. So it was a bit of a rough lap for Benzo, but man, Vodka was just flying that time though. Vodka was absolutely flying, and is currently at the fastest time right now. Badmadoo posted 122.9. Doyle posted 124.5. All of them have posted so far. Now we're with the other Red Bull, Graybush, going around on his hot lap. Also gets a 20, just a couple tenths slower than his teammate's Sector 1. Not too shabby there of a Sector 1 for Graybush. But coming up here is where it gets juicy. This is where all the time will be saved. We see now that Firewater is posted 122.6. Larry and Gator have actually surpassed Vodka's times. I missed it there because I was watching Greybush. But Larry with the posting the first 121, and then Gator with a 121.8, just a tenth faster than Larry. So Gator has not won a race yet so far in PGR Season 8. So he's looking to make an impression here. Trying to get pole, but Benzo's not having any of it. Greybush is going back into the pits. Not too happy there with that final sector. Gonna see who is saving the time right now. Slim is up a half a second going into sector 2. So hold on to Slim, the other Ferrari. But yeah, Smoke with 122.1 as well. The Vodka's time was still really good, but there's a lot of fast guys here tonight. Larry hasn't won a race since Canada. He's back. He's missed the last couple of races. He's going to want to make an impression that he is back with strength here tonight instead of weakness. But Gator also posting a really good time, so he's going to be starting near the front of the grid, more than likely. And Benzo currently sitting with the fastest time of 121.4, more than half a second faster than Vodka's time. Here we go, Slim crosses the line and improves a couple tenths on his time. 124.1, not bad, not bad. Moves up ahead of Doyle at least. Still, he's going to need a bit more. He wants to get to place, as we just see. Smoke in the Alpha Tower, spin. There in Sector 2. So that's going to be his lap done in there. On board with Vodka now, who just posted a 121.5. Moved himself up back ahead of Larry and Gator, but still just barely not enough to get ahead of Benzo. A lot of guys got back into pits now to put on another set of tires. I imagine Vodka is going to be going fairly chill on this lap after that one. Smoke going into the pits, obviously. Babadoo not really saving too much time there right now, currently. So we'll hop on with Slingshot here for a moment. Yeah, so we can see 4 drivers, though, still have not posted times. Greybush, Stoney, Great Ace, and Abrupt. Still waiting to see what these guys are going to bring to the table. As we can see, Slingshot there at a 122.5. He's still ahead of Firewater for now. Firewater's definitely going to have to try to improve that time. Expect at least a little bit more from Fire. Here we go. Gator and Larry now both starting fresh hot laps. Oh, but Gator spins on that first turn there. Bumps it a little bit, so that's going to screw Gator over on his time. Larry's on with his time right now, so we'll hold on with him, see if he can find the time save here. As both Benzo and Vodka are gone back into the pits for now. like I said, we're still waiting to see times from these other 4 guys. We haven't seen them yet as Larry spins on the final turn of the track, ruining that hot lap he was on. And as he does that, Stoney posts his first time of the qualifying session at 125.3. Not great at all. But as Stoney was saying in his interview, he's not a massive fan of this track, unfortunately. But we see Doyle actually improving his time significantly, 122.9. Good stuff to him there. On board with Graybush now. It looks like he's about to cross the line. We'll get a time from him. He was thinking about going to the pits, but he's going to get the time on board. 122.5. That's going to move Graybush up into 7th. Not bad at all. Compared to Great Ace is going to have to go again with a time like that. And Stoney as well. Definitely looking to improve their times there. Abrupt still hasn't posted a time, but he is coming around here, coming around the final turn here now. He's going to get a time on the board just to get something. And it's going to be just under Graybush there, his old teammate, 122.6. So both of them looking fairly even here tonight. As we're here expecting Great Ace, waiting to see if he improves his time. Stoney just improved his by a substantial margin. Stoney jumps up with a 121.9, up within the ranks of Gator and Larry. And Smoke, really. Lots of faster guys. It's going to be a real tight fight for the win here tonight. Obviously the favorites are, obviously the favorites are going to be Benzo and Vodka, but anything's possible. But yeah, going into this race, Benzo definitely the favorite to win the race. Last season, him and Pete were going neck and neck here. But Vodka was up there too last season, so anything's possible. But yeah, Great Ace fixing his time there, 123.7, which is going to put Slim at the back for right now. 5 minutes left of the quali session. Bad Madu currently up a time, a 10th on his time going into the second sector. A lot of the drivers, though, currently in the pits. Vodka slowing down to go into the pits there. Stoney going to go into the pits as well. Abmadou, one of the only guys out on track right now. But his time has been invalidated, as we can see there. And it's not looking like it's going to be any sort of great lap, no pun intended, out of Great Ace there either. But now some of the drivers are coming out to post their final times of the session, as you can see. Vodka already out currently, so we're going to hold on with him now, as he is still going to attempt to get pole, but he slows down there though, so not really going to be a lap for Vodka there now, is it? These guys still on their out lap. Great Ace going into the pits now. Got some of the other guys like Fire finally coming out of the pits there once again. It's going to be a time for Benzo there. I don't know what that is. Same with Vodka. Both of them are going to have to go again. Just complete throwaway laps there, I suppose. We're going to hold on with Benzo Slice here for the moment. Anything's possible near the end. These times are so tight. Only 3 minutes remaining in the qualifying session. Anything is possible. Oh, Benzo losing had to make a quick adjustment there. He almost lost the rear on the car. That might cost him some time here. Vodka just up a little bit on him there. Benzo is going to let Vodka go. Benzo is going to forfeit that lap. So let's just hold on and see. One Vodka can post here. Coming around the final turn. What's it going to be? Vodka posts a 121.2, which is going to put him at the top for the time being. Though, like I said, Benzo is going to go again. It's not over yet, but that is putting Vodka at the top for the time being. As Larry makes a significant jump there, too, up into third. 121.5. Just 10 slower than Benzo. Same thing with Bad Madu here, as you can see, moves his way up in 7th, 122.2. So we got a bit of a jump there from him as well. Looks like Larry is actually up another 2/10 on his time going into the second sector. Vodka's already invalidated his next time, though. He might only get one more chance. That might be Vodka's final time there. What he got there now. Benzo coming around the final turn now. Will he improve on his time? And no, he does not. Gator's gone back into the pits. Looks like Gator's done. Larry might save a 10 here, though. Still possible for Larry to beat the time. And he does. Not only... Wow. Not only does Larry beat Benzo's time, but he also moves up past Vodka's time as well. So right now, that's going to put Larry at the top. Like I said, unless someone can unseat him here. That's not looking great from Benzo there. Vodka's got in the pits. That's going to be it for Gator and Vodka. And Benzo's already lost so much time. It's not looking like they're going to be able to beat it. Wow, what a fucking final lap from Larry there, honestly. He pulled that out of nowhere. Huge jump. What a time save for him. Bad Badoo is going to retire there in 8th. And it looks like that's going to be it. Stoney's not going to improve that time. Slim is set at the back of the grid. Followed by Doyle, Abrupt, Greybush, Slingshot, Great Ace. Bad Badoo 8th. Firewater starting 7th. Looks like Smoke's going to be starting in 6th. Just behind Stoney in 5th. With Gator 4th, Benzo 3rd, Vodka 2nd. And who would have thought it? Uncle Larry in 1st. So that will be the grid that we'll be starting off the race with. So Larry does it. He gets pole. Which if I check... If I check the data here right quick, I believe that, yeah, so this is, so Larry gets pole, and this is Larry's second pole of the season so far, his only other one being Canada, where we mentioned earlier he won. So, will this be Uncle Larry's second win of the season? We'll have to wait and find out. As always, just before the race begins is when the drivers like to take a quick 5-minute intermission just to prepare themselves for the race. So, I will see you guys in 5 minutes for the race here in Monza. All right, and we're back after that quick little intermission. Just gonna make sure we're coming through there. All right, so as drivers are making their way around for this formation lap, we're gonna quickly just take a second to remind everyone that, like I said, there are cash prizes for the season of PGR for drivers finishing certain spots, and let's give a reminder of where some people are too. So both AlphaTauri drivers, Smoke and Larry, are up there. I believe they're like 3rd and 4th respectively right now, just under Benzo and Vodka. So if Larry were to win tonight, it would be really good for him, as it would put him back up in the talks for the championship win. This could be the redemption race for Uncle Larry. We'll have to wait and see. But we're also going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Admin Box and Blackmagic Designs, for everything they do for league racing and iRacing in general. Go check them out, especially if you're a fan of iRacing. And yeah, we're here looking at what everyone's running here tonight. It seems most people are opting to start on the hards. However, we do have a couple mediums, and mostly from guys in the back. First guy up starting mediums is Gator, so that could be an interesting launch for Gator off the start. We'll have to wait and see in just a few moments. "27 laps here at Monza tonight. Should be interesting. Would not be surprised if there was a safety car or two, for being quite honest. Try and get a shot at the lights here. All right, and here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here in Italy, here at Monza. Right off the start, Larry's going to fall behind. Vodka's going to jump right up. We also got Gator there on the far right, also looking to make a move. Gator's looking to fight Vodka there, but Gator unfortunately goes off track and has to go completely through the chicanes. Someone else behind him as well, Stoney, also having to go through the chicane. The chicane little exit there. Everyone's getting told to slow the heck down right now. It looks like something's also happened to Gray Ace. I didn't really catch that there. But, yeah, Vodka currently in the lead now after Gator. After Gator and Stoney there. They've fallen ways down, but that was a bit mad. I'm not really sure what happened, with Gray Ace there. Firewater picking up a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Gator's now trying to move up on Bad Madu. And he does, it looks like. Pulls on up into 5th. Just ahead of the Williams driver there. Now both AlphaTauris are gunning for up there. Oh, that's what just happened there. Slim Fug is out of the race. DNF from him there. I didn't catch that either. As you can see, Greybush also off the side of the track there as well. Oh, it looks... Oh, migrating host. Okay. So just like last season at Monza, I don't know what it is with Monza, but just like last season at Monza, folks, I apologize, but there will be a race restart. It looks like. Looks like we will be restarting the race, just like last season at Monza. People just can't keep it together at Monza for some reason. I guess because it's such a tight track. Not really much room to move around people. So as suspected, there might be a race restart after what happened to Great Ace. It was very random. Then just went from one thing to the next. It was just a bit of a shit show there. So there's going to be a restart. Apologies, folks. As we wait to get this race restarted and going again. So again, folks, if you're watching, my sincerest apologies, but this is going to take some time to get a new lobby going and restart the race. Gotta love that the audio still clips even though the game has been out for months. It's amazing, right? So just give us a few minutes here, folks, and we'll have the race restarted, and hopefully everything will go well this time. we're back. Sorry folks, no more further delays. We're gonna get right into this here now. It looks to me though, I don't know how strictly we're enforcing that rule. I guess we're not, but I believe, and again I could be wrong, but I think you're not supposed to swap. If there's a race restart, you're not supposed to change tires. Last time we saw this was at Imola. That's where the last race restart was too. Where Pete did it. And now it looks like Gator has done it. He's decided, he was starting mediums, now he's decided to start all the way with the softs, it looks like. Only person starting on the softs. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out for him. Alright, and here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here in Italy, here at Monza. You see Larry wavering a little bit. Vodka moving up past Benzo, and we already have an accident there. Right off the starting line from Gator. Oh, and we also have Smoke. We also have Smoke nudging right into the back of appear to be Greybush there, right off the first line. Smoke just immediately dropped all the way down the 10th, nudging him. Firewater, Stoney going side by side. Firewater losing the position to Stoney there. Firewater's going to go way off track there. Also looks like there's a bit of back and forth between Greybush and Doyle there now. Doyle going completely off track in the Haas. It looks like we already got yellow flags out. Even the game's telling everyone to hold their horses. But yeah, we already have our we already have a virtual safety car. It looks like Gator is now out of the race again. Right off the starting line, Gator got immediately screwed. I only caught it a little bit, but yeah, Gator immediately lost it off the starting line there. And Doyle has decided to go into the pits now, but yeah, it's quite unfortunate that what happened to Gator. I mean, he showed really good pace in qualifying, and then something like that just happens during the race. But yellow flags are gone. Vodka's now taking the opportunity to move alongside Larry Turd there. Two of them are fighting at the front here currently, coming around this turn. Vodka has pulled ahead with it a little bit. Benzo is also going for it on Larry as well now, as we can see. And Benzo does it as well. Benzo also pulling ahead of Larry. Larry's going to drop back into third now, and now he has Stoney right behind him to worry about. So a massive battle going at the front right now. Obviously there's other stuff going on in the back, but can't take our eyes off this right now. Top four drivers all going head to head here. As Stoney now coming to the straight. Looks like Stoney's going to make a move to pull it ahead of Larry as well. But Larry is not having any of it, keeping his ERS active, as you can see there. Benzo going off a little bit there. Goes wide, has to come back around on the turn there. So now Benzo falls into fourth. With Firewater just right behind him, now alongside him. Firewater pulls ahead of Benzo. See, yeah, that was a huge mistake from Benzo there. Cost him a lot of time. Lost him several positions. He's going to have to fight his way back now. Starting off with getting ahead of Firewater as we have another incident. Greybush has lost it. Greybush has spun there. Going off onto the grass. Oh, and he spins again. This has been a rough time already for Greybush. Looks like it's going to be another Monza to not write home about for Greybush, for being honest. That's what it's looking like for me right now. Looks like it's going to be another Monza that Greybush ain't going to want to talk about. Vodka now taking fastest lap with 125.3. We're now here with Smoke. He's trying to move on Abrupt. He's going to come on the right side of Abrupt here on the straight. Probably going to be the most common overtake spot here tonight, I would imagine. But yeah, Smoke does it. He pulls ahead of Abrupt. Slingshot now up into 6th. And we're seeing here now, Benzo is ahead of Firewater. Firewater did screw up there a little bit, which it did lose us some time. Now Slingshot is hot on his heels. Let's see what happens here with Fire and Slingshot. Oh, and Slingshot messing up there significantly. As now we have our first full safety car of the race. It looks like Greybush has completely lost it. Oh! And as I was just saying that there was a DNF from Greybush, another huge accident under the safety car. Between looks like Slingshot and Abrupt there. Slingshot's going to recover and come back on track, but Abrupt is now out of the race as well. We didn't even have time to talk about what had happened to Greybush. So Greybush DNF'd the race, causing full safety car to come out. Which I was going to say that wow, that's rough for his teammate Vodka, who was starting to gain a bit of a lead on Larry and Stoney. However, now, just shortly after that, Abrupt also DNF'd the race, and it looks like it was hard to tell who everyone was involved with in that, but to me that mainly looked like an accident between Abrupt and Slingshot there, and it ended up costing Abrupt his race. So early into the race, and we already have a full safety car, and free drivers. In only a couple laps, free drivers are already fully out of the race, which leaves 11 on the grid. So now this is where Slim Thug shines, and he's going to have to if he wants to keep Ferrari competitive in the Constructors. His teammate Gator, who was looking strong, already DNF'd. Now it's up to Slim to secure points for Ferrari. So that's going to be a very important thing this race. Is can Slim do it? Can Slim get good points for Ferrari? Doyle has now decided to pit again. It's looking rough for Doyle here. It's looking like his race is pretty much over. But yeah, basically at the back with him we have Slingshot and Bad Madu, who are kind of just... Well, I'm guessing we're the other two involved in that incident with Abrupt. Again, we'll have to look back on it later, but... This is going to be a rare opportunity, though, for someone like Benzo, who made a huge mistake earlier, to recover from it. You know, and obviously this is going to give Larry another chance to take the lead back from Vodka. Same here with Stoney. All these guys still on their hard tires. So that's the thing. These medium tires might screw Slim and Great Ace over here. And Slingshot, we'll have to see. But the safety car is still out for the time being. Just wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, that was a huge accident. Because for Gator, it was something off the starting line. With Greybush, he was making his own errors. But That was a massive accident between Abrupt and, I believe, Slingshot there. So, I don't know. We'll have to get a, hopefully someone can send me their onboard. Hopefully someone can send me a clip of what happened in that accident there. I'd really like to see it. Possibly for the highlight reel, too. I don't know. Right now, the ball's in Uncle Larry's court. He wants to get a good start off this safety car and make the move on Vodka Victory. I'll have to wait and see. But what did I say? I knew there's going to be some crazy incidents here tonight. The only question was when, not if. But it looks like the safety car is going to be staying out for another full lap. But I mean, that's not the craziest thing in the world. I mean, it was a huge accident. Just looking at how everyone's doing here. No one, other than Doyle, no one else, doesn't look like anyone else is going to pit under this safety car. So everyone's just going to keep rocking what they have. As another DNF from Smoke? Didn't catch that incident either. And a DNF from Slingshot. What is going on? We have Bad Madu stopping out of nowhere. Now a DNF from Fire? Like, what is this madness tonight? What is this absolute insanity going on? I need onboards. It's the problem when someone DNFs, you can't swap to their onboard. I seriously need onboards right now. Guys, I need to know what is happening in this race. So, hopefully, I can't see it where I'm talking right now, but hopefully you guys, when you watch the highlight reels that we post on our YouTube, PGR TV, every week, hopefully you'll see when this highlight reel for Monza comes out, hopefully you'll actually get to see what occurred. But, yeah. Oh my god. Safety car in this lap. So we just had free DNFs, and now we've added, just like that, we've added another free DNFs to this race. As something happened. We didn't catch it, but something happened there, and Smoke, Slingshot, and Firewater all DNF'd under safety car that time. I'm not quite sure what happened. I don't know if they DNF'd for exceeding deltas, if it was some weird game glitch with the delta timer and all that dumb shit, or if there was actually an accident under safety car between them. I don't know. I wasn't able to catch it. It did look like I did see a couple of the guys off. Bad Madu almost was done as well. He had to come to a stop. Now Slim's being forced to pit after all that nonsense. This is crazy. This has been like Hungary of 2021. I'm sure what's going on here. We only got 8 drivers left on the grid after this restart. That's going on right now. At least I thought it was a restart, but oh, I'm so confused. This has been a crazy night, guys. I'm so confused. Is this a second? Are they doing a second race restart? Is that what this is? If this is, I'm just gonna be pissed. Is there like some sort of like connection issues going on with the game? I don't know, because again, I didn't really catch everything that happened there, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't know if I don't know what the plan is. I don't know if they're doing a second race restart or what. That was definitely madness there. There was like 60 DNFs out of the race. And then it was just called off like that. I don't know. Hopefully someone will let me know what's going on, if there's like a second race restart or something. Because this is getting a bit out of hand now. You know, we started an hour ago. This is getting very out of hand in my opinion, personally. If this is a second race restart, this is getting quite ridiculous, in my opinion. Yeah, so hold on, folks. We're gonna wait for an update here, see what the hell's going on. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the problem was there, guys. I don't know if the grid was placed wrong. I don't know if the grid was placed wrong or what. But all I know is that Gator definitely had the wrong tires in the start, and then he pulled. Something happened of that starting line, and it was all downhill from there. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be doing a second race restart. It's getting a little ridiculous, guys. Getting a little stupid in my opinion. It's getting a bit nuts. Yeah, guys, so as I was saying, apologies from me to anyone watching on behalf of the league. This is utterly ridiculous, whatever's going on. That there needed to be 2 race restarts is obscene, in my opinion. Makes us look extremely unprofessional. Not super pleased with it. Quite annoying, but we'll get through it. Third time's the charm, I suppose. But that's it then. There's no more. Third strike, you're out in my opinion. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, it must be really frustrating for Vodka that both these races he's started off. Both these races, Vodka started off with a strong lead off the beginning, leading the races, and had to restart both of them. I will be back, guys, when this race restarts. Alright folks, sorry for delays. We're finally going to get this race underway here. Just getting settings all set before the race begins. Perfect, perfect. After all the delays and 2 restarts, we're finally going to get this race underway here. Grid is set. Gator is starting from the back, apparently due to a grid penalty. Was mentioned earlier, but here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here in Italy. It's a beautiful circuit in Monza. Vodka starting off with a lead. We have Larry currently pulling the second. Benzo and Stoney on side by side though. A little bit of contact there. It's causing Stoney to go way off there. Gonna have to go through the the side lane there due to that little contact made with Benzo Slice. Just gonna put Stoney all the way back. Seeing Firewater. He's dropping all the way down to 10th. Abrupt now. Losing the position to Gator. As we can briefly see there. Ooh. More back and forth between Abrupt and Gator there. The Firewater just behind them. Gator now looking to gain another position, trying to move up on Slingshot here in the Alpine. Slingshot's not giving it up though without a fight. Fighting tooth and nail, but Gator does get it. The front drivers here now moving up a little bit. Stoney looking to make a move on Smoke here in the Alpha Tauri. Both of them going side by side here now. Coming up to the straight. Guys in our front kind of pulled away a little bit right now. Great Ace actually up in 4th right now, just under his teammate. Vodka, Larry, and Benzo definitely pulled ahead of everyone else, but Stoney still trying to make his move on Smoke here, recover lost positions from the incident at the beginning, as we have a huge mistake from Larry Turd as he has to go off for a second there as well. Let's put Larry behind. Now Great Ace is going to take that position from him. Both McLarens currently 2nd and 3rd right now. Gator going to gain a position on Stoney there, as Bad's gained the position on Slim. Lots of battles going on right now. Stoney wants to get past Gator. Gator currently on the only driver on the softs right now. Guess he figured he had to make a run. He's starting all the way to the back. More yellow flags. It looks like Abrupt has lost it. Pardon the stuttering, but yeah. Just in shock that Abrupt has now lost it. And he's all the way at the back of the grid. Been a rough time for Abrupt here. So it is going to be a VSC. Due to Abrupt's little spin there. He wants to slow the hell down. This VSC is exactly what Larry needed after making that mistake, losing the position to Great Ace. This is going to give him a perfect opportunity to get it right back. But his teammate Smoke just behind him. Here now. And alright, and oh, we're all good. Restart. Resuming. VSC's gone. Abrupt's already had to go into the pits, unfortunately, for him. Gator still trying to get ahead of Smoke here. A big train here from Great Ace all the way back to Stoney here. Gator, though, makes the move here now. Pulls ahead of Smoke. Yellow flag there. Looks like and the Haas is messed up a little bit there. Gator did pull ahead there. Now Larry is gaining on Great Ace. Once again, for the 3rd time after all these race restarts, Vodka has pulled ahead of everyone. currently at a couple seconds lead on even Benzo. Shockingly enough, this race was looking Benzo slice favored, but you know, incidents like that happen, like on the start, put him behind a little bit. Gave Vodka the opportunity he needed. Now Smoke losing another position to Stony. Gator now currently in 5th. He's also trying to gain on Great Ace as well. So now we have Larry back up into 3rd. We have Slingshot down here now. He was almost ahead of Smoke there. But he had to ease off a little bit. But Smoke goes off on the gravel. Perfect opportunity for the rest of the guys. It's going to drop Smoke back pretty far, all the way back in 10th there now. It's going to give some of the other guys a little position lead. All these guys all pretty bunched up here. As it looks like, yeah, the Red Bull of Greybush has gone off there, unfortunately. And we're currently seeing here now, Rupp picks up a 3-second time penalty. A lot of these cars are all together here. Benzo takes fastest lap for time being 124.5. Not much going on at the front right now. Top 3 all fairly spaced out, followed by Gator in 4th. He's on the softs, so he will have to pit before everyone else. Abrupt now forced to come back out in the softs. And we also have a pit stop from Smoke there. Smoke already going into the pits as well, interestingly enough. Holding out Slingshot here, who's trying to get ahead of Bad Madu. Almost had it, but not quite. As we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Wow. Yeah, so because of that incident that happened with Smoke, it looks like Smoke has now retired from the race in the pits, unfortunately. So that's one Alpha Tauri driver already out of the race. Smoke with retire. Looked to be a retire in the pits there. Or at least he tried to retire in the pits. I don't know if it actually worked or not. So yeah, some yellow flags out there just for time being. But yeah, a couple fastest laps exchanged there. Gator now holds it with a 123.9. Now we're on Sector 3. Oh, he looks like, yep, Doyle's lost it. He got off there. Going to give the position over to Greybush. Greybush now currently in 6th. Got passed by Stoney now. Gator's on these softs. He's looking to make a move on Uncle Larry here. Gonna be rough though coming up to this turn. But he did manage it there, but Larry does take it back from him just as quickly as he gained it, I'm afraid. Slim is now very close to Slingshot in the Alpine. Doyle has now been forced to pit due to his spin there. That's put him fairly behind as well with Abrupt going into the remainder of this race. Vodka and Benzo now with like almost a 6-second gap to the rest of the pack. But Uncle Larry's still going. He wants to at least get a podium here tonight, I would imagine. Very least. But now you have Firewater, who's catching up with the rest of the guys. Too. He's going to want to make some moves here. Uncle Larry does get passed there by Gator, but Gator has to go straight through the chicane. He picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting. That's really going to hamper Gator's race in the long run. I'm not really sure what Gator's at here tonight. He's made a lot of overtakes, but been some big mistakes too in the race restarts for this race. So I don't know. Gator's been really 50-50 here tonight. But yes, Firewater has now made the overtake on Slim. He's going to move him up into 9th. Gator, with that 5-second penalty, Gator's now going to have a mountain to climb, that's for sure. It looks like Fire is going to try to make a move on Slingshot and pull up into 8th. See if he can do it here. And he does. Firewater gets ahead of Slingshot and moves up into 8th. We also have Gator, who's waiting to make another move on Larry. But they're both using Gator quite low on ERS. Larry's just been saving it this whole time, though. They're going side by side. Oh, and there was a spin there. Just as we're watching Larry and Gator going side by side. We do have a... we do have a safety car, I'm afraid. Coming out, it looks like. I'm a bit perplexed as to what the safety car is for. I just know that it's now a full safety car, and Gator is sitting ahead of Larry once again. Abrupt's still in the race, but there's a safety car, so I'm just like confused. No one else is out of the race. I'm guessing Abrupt's... I think that was Abrupt who spun there. Correct? I think it was Abrupt. So I'm guessing Abrupt caused the safety car. I'm not certain. I just saw that looked like it was blue. So I believe it was Abrupt. I thought it was Bad Madu, but no, it was Abrupt. And on that first turn, the first chicane. So now Gator is going to take this opportunity to get off those soft tires. Smart play from him, most likely. But yeah, very strange safety car to come out. No one else other than Smoke is out of the race. But yeah, up to this point, Smoke and Larry are almost like even in points, but after tonight, it's looking like Larry might finally hold a bit of a lead over his teammate once again. Smoke has had some really good races recently, but yeah, not the past two. He was really struggling last week at Silverstone, and now he didn't finish here at Monza, so it's been a couple rough ones for Smoke. But now Graybush took the time to pit. Graybush has taken the time to pit as well now, so he's coming out on fresh mediums. As we can see, a lot of the guys actually took the time to swap their Slim, Slingshot, Fire, and Gator. I'll swap into other tires. As we wait for the safety car to come in. Yeah, so just so waiting. I think the safety car will probably go in this lap. But yeah, so that's completely... The safety car has now completely voided the lead. The huge lead that Vodka had in the first part of this race. So it's now going to even it again. Vodka's going to have a good launch once again to avoid Benzo and Larry behind him. Stoney currently in 4th. Great Ace still up there in 5th. You gotta remember, he's the only medium tire guy who hasn't pit yet. So you keep that in mind. But Bad Madu in 6th as well. he can keep it together, he can have a good showing here. Consistency is going to be key for him. And Gator's now out in the medium, so curious. Gator might push these mediums to the end of the race. We'll have to wait and see exactly what goes down. But yeah, it's strange that there was no massive accident or anything, but a full safety car still came out. I mean, it was just a spin at the end of the day. I mean, no one was forced to retire in the middle of the track or anything. Strange, the safety car is going for another lap. This has been like such a long safety car for like basically a non-incident. Really? I guess maybe because when he spun, he was right in the middle of the track. Guessing that might have had something to do with it. We'll have to wait and see. Still waiting on the safety car to go in at the moment. Abrupt really far behind now. It's looking like Abrupt's race is pretty much over at this point. The safety car is going to be in this lap. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. That's good to hear. We will get a race restart here in just a moment. Perfect. And here we go, coming around. Starting the 12th lap of the race. Vodka is going to take off here right quick. Larry now trying to move up on Benzo. See what happens here at this first turn. Both of them going side by side now. But Larry does successfully make the move on Benzo, and so does Stoney. Stoney also pulling ahead of Benzo. There's also a massive spin there from Bad Madu. Bad Madu completely losing it there. He's going to drop all the way down with his teammate down in 12th. As Stoney is now waiting for his chance to get past Larry. Oh, and Stoney hits right into the back of Larry. It hits him off track. And the gravel. This is just... Wow. Okay, another terrible incident from Stoney to go in his catalog of terrible incidents from this season that could have easily been avoided, unfortunately. Stoney just bumping right into the back of Larry there. Similar to Bahrain. A very similar thing happened on Bahrain, where Stoney bumped right into the back of Larry. That's happened once again. Now Great Ace has lost position to Gator. Gator's pulled ahead of him. Stoney's now sitting in second after what happened with him and Larry. I don't know if that'll be worth any sort of penalty when this race is done. But now Larry's falling all the way behind the 7th. After setting a good position. Coming off that restart. Yeah, Vodka's still holding the lead for most of the race. I mean, you gotta give it to him. As Firewater's looking to make the move on Great Ace here, now coming around the left side. Absolutely beautiful move from Firewater there. Good stuff to him. Great overtake on Great Ace there. And now Larry is in the back with Slingshot and Slim and Graybush. All of them currently in the back right now. You have Benzo, who's still trying to gain on Stoney. Stoney is now almost a full 2 seconds behind Vodka. DRS has now been re-enabled though after the safety cars. Now will be your chance to see. Some people are going to go for some moves here. Looks like Benzo is. He managed to brake safely there. Oh! But Stoney almost loses it there. Great recovery from Stoney. He almost completely lost the car there. But that is going to make him lose positions to Benzo and Gator. Now Benzo and Gator are going side by side. Fighting up to the next chicane. Between the two of them. Both drivers going wheel to wheel. Super tight between the two of them here. We get this from Stoney's angle in the back just behind the two of them. Gator has now pulled ahead of Benzo. He started all the way at the back of the grid for this race. And now he's currently sitting in second. And he's already pitted. There's no need really for Gator to pit anymore this race if he doesn't want to. Stoney now losing another position though to Firewater. Almost hits right into the back of Firewater as he did to Larry there. Well, yes, now Gator's pulled ahead in second, but Vodka still extending his lead over everyone at the moment. Firewater is now trying to pull up on Benzo. That's something he's shooting for. As we just see Stoney. More shit going on there. Firewater and Stoney both pulling ahead of Benzo there. Benzo must have made a mistake, but as we saw there, Stoney was again... We just caught it for a second there. Might have to get a slow motion replay. And he hits into the back of Firewater as well! This is some griefing. This is some Minecraft level griefing from Stoney here tonight. What the fuck is he doing? He's hitting into the back of Larry and now the back of Firewater. So Stoney has taken this position from Firewater due to some unnecessary recklessness there. This is just pure reckless driving from Stoney here in my opinion. No respect from me for any of this whatsoever. For being honest. Firewater does retake the position from Fire, but right as he does, contact between Stoney and Firewater that I believe, again, was caused by Stoney. So both Stoney and Firewater falling to the back now. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous driving from Stoney there. He was constantly hitting into the back of Firewater. And then Firewater finally went for the overtake on him. And what does he do? He hits right into the back of Firewater again. Brutal. Brutal for both for drivers there. But as you can see, Larry now making the move on the McLaren of Great Ace. Also trying to move up on the other McLaren of Benzo Slice. Both of these guys going side by side here now. As Stoney Stewart, and just as Larry gets past Great Ace here, we could see that Oh, now Larry drops behind Great Ace again there, as I was saying. But yeah, as I was saying, you could see here clearly Graybush trying to catch up the slingshot. But yeah, so Stony Stewart has now retired from the race in the pits after all that nonsense that just happened between him and Firewater. And now Firewater's gone into the pits as well. He's having to come out in fresh softs after all that nonsense. Yes. Yeah. So Stony had to retire the race there. Like, there's no coming back from that, man. Just pure reckless driving. Like, yeah, at that point, you just got to get off the track. Absolutely ridiculous. As looks like Doyle has messed up. Yeah, got a little off track there. Now currently up with Uncle Larry, looking to make a move on Great Ace once again in the same location. Coming up this first turn. He does make the move. Larry does pull ahead of Great Ace there. Slim now. Cool! We just swapped back just in time for a massive accident there. Slingshot, Graybush, and Slim were all coming up to that first turn there. Oh, and it looks like Bad is going to get ahead of Slim as well as Doyle's got into the pits. Yeah, so Slim was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. I mean, he had to... He had Slingshot going alongside him that he was fighting with, but then he got smushed because he also happened to have Graybush coming up right behind him, and unfortunately, Graybush braked way too late and hit right into the back of Slim there. But Graybush was also penalized for this. He also received a penalty for corner cutting after what happened, so... But yeah, Slim's still holding on though. He's in 8th. Still trying to catch back up and gain that position back on Bad Madu. It's not the end of the world for Slim or Graybush's race. So, two guys still keeping it together. Not as bad as what happened with Stoney, I suppose. But yeah, like we said, Gator now currently in 2nd. Larry is now taking his opportunity to pit. Larry, the first guy on 17-lap old tires to go into the pits. At the moment, Great Ace there having a little bit of trouble, it looks like. But yeah, Gator now currently in 2nd, almost spins there, but great recovery from Gator. Currently up in 2nd, just behind Vodka now. You can see him in his line of sight. Gator on 9-lap old mediums. Again, Gator has the strategy here tonight to win now at this point. Because Vodka is going to have to pit. Gator does not. So if Gator drives clean, this could be a Gator victory here. His first victory of the season. We'll have to wait and see. Lots of guys all getting fairly spaced out here now. As you can see, Graybush now taking the opportunity to pit. Slim now currently in 7th. I believe he's probably not going to pit anymore this race either. Probably finish the race on the hards, I would imagine. Though behind him he has Larry on fresh mediums and Firewater on softs, so quite a gap between them, as we can see. Both McLarens still have to pit as well, Benzo and Great Ace. We'll see what they come out on. Great Ace has taken these mediums 18 laps now. Good stuff to him. Really must be taking the advice of his teammate. It looks like Graybush also disconnected there for a second. It said he joined back. Not sure what happened there. I saw that Graybush was going into the pits. I figured he was going to be coming out on fresh tires, but instead he's still on these 8-lap old hards. Yeah. Not sure if that was because he disconnected from the game or what, but we just missed it there slightly, but Gator has now overtaken Vodka for lead of the race. Vodka has finally lost the lead that he had for both race restarts and this third and final race. Here, Monza. Firewater now having to cut the first chicane, though. He gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. So that's looking pretty much race looking pretty much over for Firewater. Still could be points though for the Haas drivers. We'll have to wait and see. As Vodka now realizing yet he has to pit now. As Larry picking up a time penalty there. It looks like Firewater has lost it. Yep, Firewater has gone off on track there. Once again, unfortunately. Great Ace now first of the McLarens to pit, which so I imagine Benzo will pit next lap. More than likely. Which has now moved Slingshot on the hards up into third. Looking like Slingshot will probably finish the race on the hards. Larry now taking fastest lap at a 123.4. Lots of moves. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. So Great Ace is now coming out to finish the race on hards. He's going to be coming out 8th on the grid. And there's a huge gap to him and the other 4 guys. They're way behind now at this point, unfortunately. But now Vodka is out on fresh softs. Big development. He's gonna be fighting his way back up to Gator, though he knows Bad Madu and Benzo are still gonna pit. So really, Firewater now picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and yep, it looks like Firewater has thrown in the towel. He's decided to retire in the pits as well. Now here with Vodka, who's trying to make the move on Bad Madu. Trying to pass him on this final turn. Bad Madu letting off there, which gives Vodka the opportunity to get past him. Because I'd say Bad Madu probably needs to pit here, as Benzo pits and he's coming out in fresh softs as well. But Vodka won't have to contend with Benzo right now, though. He's going to pull ahead, which is now pulling Slingshot up in second on the grid. This is the highest on the grid he's been since Baku, I believe. Gator in the lead on the medium, Slingshot in second on the hards. But Vodka is only a couple seconds behind him, and he's going to be gaining. And as we can see there now, it looks like Greybush has retired in the pits as well. He's thrown in the towel. He's given up. Some more yellow flags. Keep everyone in check. As you can see here, Larry now in 6th after what happened with Stoney earlier. Doyle now moves up into 8th. This looking like, even after all the mistakes he's made, it's looking like this could be Doyle's first point finish in PGR this season. Great Ace is now out on fresh softs, though. He's just behind, waiting to catch Doyle, though. We'll hold on with him here for a second. And yes, Doyle goes off a bit wide there, so Great Ace is going to take that opportunity and slide right on by. As Benzo is now looking to get ahead of Slim, who's still out on his hard tires. Looks like he's going to do it pretty convincingly there. Yep, Benzo's going to pull up into 4th. Now he's trying to chase Vodka down. Both these guys on their softs. Vodka now, with 5 laps left of the race, now he's about to be less than a second away from passing up Slingshot. So I don't know if there's going to be much Slingshot can really do against Vodka. If Slingshot wants that podium, his best hope right now is to hope he can keep the distance with Benzo. Benzo is still several seconds behind, but he will be gaining. It's going to be close. He's going to cut it close. DRS zone, I imagine Vodka is going to... So he's leaving further here. Gator picking up another 3-second time penalty, though, for multiple warnings after everything went down earlier. Vodka's still not quite able to make the move on Slingshot yet, though. We'll wait and see. Coming into the straight here, looking like Vodka is going to pull up on the left of Slingshot. Going side by side. Benzo's now going to take fastest lap from Larry, 123.4. And yeah, Vodka does it. He pulls ahead of Slingshot there. Yellow flag in Sector 2, though. Looks like the Haas of Doyle has lost it. Is now spinning and rear-ending and everything. Completely making a fool of himself, in my opinion. Like, only a couple laps left of the race, man. You might as well finish. You can definitely reverse the car better than that, for God's sakes. Finish the race at least. If you're in the points, you might as well. Doyle's just making a mockery of this right now, Doyle. Come on. No one wants to end this race under a safety car, buddy. As Great Ace has now decided to go into the pits. I'm not really sure what happened with Great Ace there. Maybe he wasn't feeling the softs. I'm not entirely certain. Doyle's definitely going to have to go into the pits now, though. He definitely sustained some front-end damage there, that's for sure. But now Slingshot's in third after getting passed by Vodka. Only a couple laps left. Benzo's now only 4.5 seconds behind him, though, and quickly gaining. I don't think Slingshot's going to have enough time to be able to keep Benzo at bay, unfortunately. There's still being a couple laps left of the race. Larry now takes fastest lap back, 122.6. Abrupt, even though he's super behind, he might still get a point for Williams. So, still worth it for him to continue at this point, I guess. That's not at all what he was hoping for. Yellow in Sector 1 there. Looks like Slim went a little wide there or something. Uncle Larry still behind Benzo, looking to get past him, though. Benzo doesn't have any penalties yet, though. As you can see, though, Larry is making some time on Benzo there, though. Definitely. But Gator clearly in the lead here now, though. But again, we have to check penalties. Okay. Gator apparently only has 3 seconds. Okay. So this could be only a couple laps left. Gator just has to, as they say from Happy Gilmore, just tap it in. Just tap it in. Gator just has to tap it in here at this point. It's not looking like anyone can really challenge him. He really nailed the strategy here tonight. Definitely made the right strategy call. And it's working out from only 3 laps left of the race. Larry, though, is trying to gain our position on Benzo. And as expected, Doyle has gone into the pits. Coming out in the softs. After all that damage he sustained there. From his spins and rear ending into the barriers. And all that. But yeah, so Larry... Oh! And Larry picks up a little bit of gravel there, which causes him to spin. Just went a little too wide off the curb there. Very easy to do at that point in Monza, right there. In my opinion. So that might be it for Larry there. Even if he had gotten past Benzo, though, he still had 3 seconds time penalty, so... Don't know if he really would have gained another position on Benzo. Anyway, now the person coming behind him is Slim. On old hards, though. So I don't know. It's looking like Larry will probably be finishing in 5th by the end of this. But now, coming into the final 2 laps of the race, the thing we've been waiting to see. Benzo is now starting to catch up to Slingshot. He's right behind him now with only 2 laps left of the race. There is a yellow flag in Sector 3, though. Doyle losing it again. This man just cannot keep his car on the track tonight, unfortunately. Benzo is now less than a second behind Slingshot. Only a lap and a half left. It's looking like 1 lap might cost Slingshot the podium here tonight, unfortunately. But you know what? A 4th place finish, still nothing to scoff at. Slingshot, due to his teammates' absence, Slingshot carrying Alpine on his shoulders here tonight, for being honest. It looks like Benzo's going to try something here, but he eases off. He does the smart thing. He made the right call, in my opinion. He's just going to wait for the safer moment. But yeah, Vodka. So Vodka was leading most of the race, but Gator just nailed the strategy. And there's not much you can really do about that. I'm sure Vodka is going to be kind of rotted because he was leading for most of these races, but that's all you can do, right? But here we go. Benzo, he's now making the move and overtaking Slingshot on the final lap of the race to try to squeeze in a podium finish. After gonna see anything can happen though. Benzo could still get a warnings penalty or something. You never know. Well, it's not over. So we see the checkered flag. So we're gonna hold on and wait and see. Gator now coming around the final turn of the track. We're going to hold on with him here. And it looks like he's done it. He's about to cross the line. And that's it, folks. Gator is your winner here tonight in Monza. Gator wins Monza. His first win of PGR Season 8. And not only that, he's put in a win for Ferrari. He's honoring Pete's legacy here with such a great performance there, starting all the way from the back of the grid due to a grid penalty and winning the race. Vodka's gonna be a little rotted he didn't win, but he still got second, still placed ahead of his rival Benzo. So that's what he cares more than anything, I would assume, that he still finished over Benzo. And it was a tight battle to the line there between Benzo and Slingshot. Really close. If there'd just been like one less lap of the race, Slingshot probably would have got a podium. So unfortunately, Slingshot's hards were just a little too old. Yeah. So similar to Baku, but still one of Slingshot's best drives of the season, though. Good stuff to him. Similar to Baku, just gets cheated from a podium. Uncle Larry finishing in 5th. Great recovery from him after what happened with Stoney. That was ridiculous driving from Stoney, in my opinion. It's one thing to accidentally hit into the back of someone once, but to do it like 3 times like that is ridiculous. And Gator's teammate Slim also finishing in 6th. That's one of Slim's best races he's had in a long time as well. So, great night for Ferrari here, which is going to continue their lead in the Constructors over AlphaTauri. Here we go. Gator in the Ferrari tracksuit walks up to the podium, the top step of the podium for the first time. So we have another new race winner this season. This has been an amazing season of racing here in PGR. Clearly Benzo / Vodka were definitely the favorites to win the race here tonight. Especially it was looking extremely strong for Vodka, but Gator just nailed the strategy. It's all it really came down to. There were some other guys who were fighting near the front, but obviously they fell off due to various incidents. Stoney hitting into Larry and Fire. There's definitely going to be some Stewart decisions after this race, I would imagine. But yeah, just to give a quick overview, Smoke and Stoney and Fire and Greybush all had to retire. Abrupt, even after all the mistakes he made, still got a point for Williams. Decent drive from Badmadou, his teammate in 7th as well. Great Ace finishing in the points with his teammate, 8th. The only other person we didn't mention was Doyle. Doyle finishing in 9th. Doyle getting his first points of the season, I believe. Here in PGR, his first points finish in 9th. So good stuff to Doyle too. Doyle actually finishing, and his teammate didn't. Even after everything, all the spins, he still kept going, and he got some points. But yeah, that wraps things up here for the race tonight. We're going on quite long, but before we send it off, we're just going to get our free drivers in for a quick post-race interview before we end the stream. So let's get Gator, Vodka, and Benzo in here. All right, let me get. Oh, perfect. Someone got Gator for me. Awesome. Well, fellas, that was a long night.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was a long night. A lot of nonsense and incidents going on, but we pulled through. We got a race in, and we'll start off with talking to our newest race winner. We've had so many different race winners this season in PGR, and now we add Gator to that list. Gator, I'm gonna bring up the obvious here, man. I think you clearly you just nailed the strategy here tonight. I think that's all it came down to, right?
Yeah, no, I've done that strategy a few times here, and this is like my favorite track. So, yeah. I didn't think it was going to work out, but it ended up working out really well. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to say it all came out for you. It all came together really well for you tonight. I got to give you, just like the game did, I got to give you driver of the day. I mean, you started all the way from the back and pulled it right up and won the race. So, definitely honoring Pete here since he took his seat. I guess the Ferrari. You've been loving the Ferrari.
Oh yeah. I mean, I work there, so yeah, I gotta love them.
Yeah.
Call it Ferrari Detroit.
You know what? Hey, and you did it. And you did it at Monza. You did it at the home for Ferrari. So.
No, yeah, it was kind of the perfect place to do it. So it was pretty badass.
Perfect. Yeah, great stuff, man. Then obviously Vodka. Before the pits and all that went down and everything got shaken up, man. After all those race restarts, you kept and safety cars, you were leading constantly. You were definitely looking like the favorite to win here tonight. I guess you're still happy though. I mean you finished ahead of your competition, Benzo.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm happy with it. Again, Gator had that amazing strat, so can't be mad at that at all. He earned that. But Benzo got lucky by winning and getting that safety car right after. So I'll give him that one as well. But no, good race. Monza's Monza. I really don't care for this track as much or the race. But yeah, man, it was fun. Just here to race. That's what I'm here to do, man. I just like driving.
Yep, solid drive, man.
Congrats, Gator.
Didn't make any
Thank you, man.
mistakes or nothing. And lastly, obviously, you gotta talk to Benzo, man. That was good. Good stuff there near the end between you and Slingshot. One less lap, and I think we'd be talking to Slingshot right now. How were you worried at all? Did you think it was going to come down as close as it was there?
When I saw you had the hards on, I mean, I was good. I already knew. No offense to no one. It's just I had sauce, man. It's like it's not even like it's not even a fight. But yeah. I pushed and got his ass.
Wicked, yeah. So that's so obviously it's looking like it's going to be a tight fight for the title between you and Vodka that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling going into next week at Hungary? I know you had a rough race there. It was one of your roughest races last season, so.
Hey man!
Remember when I did that the pass on you in the chicane, but
oh yeah. So you know your rival's definitely the favorite to win next week.
Hey, listen.
So
just for that, I'm put in the hours, bro. I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
like.
Let's go. I want it.
Nah, but
just
for
get
real,
Great Ace to do badass bowling, bro. That's all you gotta do.
Nah, but for real, one thing we gotta make sure it's like 'cause I know it's like nobody's fault, but the game is laggy like crazy. At least we got to play, but the game is still laggy. So like, if like at one point I got close to Vodka, and there was like I think there was like abrupt close also, and my wheel just went lagging. I just spun out like
Yeah.
right after the second corner. Like I was like, God damn, man, what's going on? You know what I mean? But then
Yeah.
after safety car, so it saved the day. But then again, you know that PayPal account.
Yeah.
Nah, but for real, I'm coming for vodka and like obviously Gator is scary right now, bro, because that shit was crazy. Hey, hey, yo.
I'll get better, man. I'll get better.
Sheesh. Nah, for real. Like,
What?
everyone's fast, bro. Like everyone up front is fast, and you never know
Mhm.
what you're gonna get at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
True.
yeah, man.
True. I got one final thing to ask you guys before we head off there for tonight, since it's been a long night, and that's similar to what you were saying about the wheel lag. So do you think any of that had to do with what was going on with Stoney? Because I was watching him, and he basically ruined both Larry and Firewater's races. I mean, the man hit into the back of
Yeah, I was right there.
guys
I
like
saw
3
it.
times in a row. So
I for real, I don't know if it's lag for him, like not seeing people like close to him and he just like bumps him out, or bro, I don't know, because it's been a few times where I was actually stepping on the brakes and the car was just going straight, or not even turning, or you know, stuff like that. So I don't know if it was all about the lag, or you know, just human mistakes, like who knows.
yeah.
But I mean, I know Stoney's is a good driver. Like he wouldn't like go crazy like that from. But you never know. Sometimes you try to push yourself.
Never.
You're like, fuck that. Nah, I'm trying to win, and then boom, that shit happens. So you never know, basically.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, man.
We'll see what if any clips get posted for the stewards.
Good stuff.
After,
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, but that was an exciting race here tonight at Monza. Thanks for joining me for the post-race interview, guys. Next weekend, same time as always, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for anyone watching. We'll be at Hungary. We'll be in Budapest.
Awesome, man.
So
Good stuff,
in for that.
Sidonian. Thank you
Yeah.
for being the commentator and sticking through with tonight and being here every weekend. And thank you, Slim, for hosting the league and letting us race every Saturday.
So
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Big thanks, man. You do a pretty kick-ass job. So yeah, this is really cool that we get to do this every weekend. So hell yeah, thank you, man.
And congrats,
Yeah.
Gator. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, thank
Awesome.
you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for kind words, guys. Yeah. And with that, I'll see you guys next weekend.
Later.
Peace out, boys.